of no one told you the truth about the hidden cost of driving a car as an adult. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. We're going to be talking about the real cost. We're going to be dealing with road rage and anxiety in high stress environments, because it is very stressful when you're learning how to drive, when you're dealing with certain elements of driving. And it's more when you're an adult, because adults have more to think about than teens or kids, and kids don't drive. Next, we're going to talk about how to learn the basics of maintenance to save hundreds of dollars. You see me looking as I'm backing up. Always look around. Don't trust your backup camera. And you may have a car that's old and you don't have a backup camera. So that's a whole nother situation altogether. Next, we're going to talk about the psychology. We have financial obligations. We do live in our car. We're talking about real world trips, going through drive-thrus, gas stations, unexpected breakdowns. I've been there before. It sucks. Accidents, insurance claims. No one's ever talked about that. And then I need you to join me. I'm Myles. We're going to uncover the secrets of adult driving and enter the DMV that no one ever taught you. So when we're learning to drive, we got to have a mindset. Okay? The true cost of driving a car is going to cost anywhere between $3,000 and $10,000. This is a decent used car. And to get basic insurance, that could be another $1,000. You can make payments. If you put $1,000 down, you'll have a deductible. A deductible is the amount of money you pay before your car is repaired. And we know as adults, we need our car to pick up the kids. We need our car to get back and forth to work. Maybe you're between jobs and you're a saver. Who am I lying? We're not saving money. We bought an old car that cost a lot of money to keep repaired. The transmission, the rear end. Car ownership is just that. You're gonna get an older car. It's 2025. It's almost 2026. You're gonna get a car that's 10 years old. It's gonna be a 2015. That car is gonna have upwards of 80,000 to 200,000 miles. You're gonna need brake pads. You're gonna need rotors. You might need to have your transmission fleshed or your engine fleshed. That could be several $100s. Your catalytic converter, your exhaust pipe is rusty. You're gonna have to get a new exhaust pipe. That could cost $150 to $350. You could have a modded car that some young kid got hot rodding and around. They took off the pollution control equipment, and then you get this car. Hey, how are you doing today? I'm so glad you're here. What is going on? Thank you for joining me. And feel free to ask questions. I think this would be very helpful to you. I saw your comment, so I decided to go in deeper. Right, we're talking about the psychology of owning a car, and no one ever talks about this. Okay? Car ownership is just that. It can be stressful, because if you don't make your car payment and you miss 3 or 4 payments, your credit is going to go low. And you're welcome. Make sure you're subscribed. And I'm very serious about this podcast. E already emailed me. So once we get the podcast set up, I'm going to get you on, and then we can talk. This would be very helpful to you. Consider me like your uncle, your OG. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to speak truth. Thank you for the thumbs up. We speak in truth today. So car ownership. Your mom and dad might let you borrow the car. They might even give it to you, but you're going to have to make payments. You're going to have a car that's 10 years old, 12 years old, 15 years old. You're going to have to get tires. Okay, you can go to the hood and get some cheap tires, $100, but after about a summer, they're not going to be good in the winter. They're not going to be good when it rains. They're not going to be good at high speed. And that's scary, because I've been there before. I bought cheap tires from the hood, and they got me through a summer because I couldn't afford $350 or $400 or $500. I'm like, I'm not paying $500 for tires. I can get some for $50 a piece. Okay, cheap is not good, and good is not cheap. The most important thing I can tell you, tires are the most important thing. When you have good tires, if it rains, you have good tread to increase and make sure you're comfortable. When you're trying to stop, if you have good tires, it decreases your stopping distance, okay? And if you have bio tires, it's going to increase your stopping. You want to be able to stop in a safe distance, okay? A lot of colleges and high schools don't have automotive shop anymore where you could go to learn about cars. I recommend all of you, if you live by a community college, look up the website. Do they have an automotive maintenance class? You need to learn this stuff, okay? The majority of these cars out here, this RAV4 looks like probably a 2020. This GMC Terrain, it's an older vehicle, probably a 2023, 2020, right? That Porsche, we can dream about it, but we can't afford a Porsche. I can't afford it. I might be able to afford it, but I can't afford the tires. I can't afford the brakes. I definitely can't afford the insurance. I'm not going to be stupid and buy a car that I can't afford again. Okay, that's just showing off. We can't afford the Porsche, so let's keep moving. We can afford this Ford up here. We can afford this Honda. Okay, next, get us a thumbs up. Let's talk about road rage. This is the holiday season. People are emotional, depressed, under the influence, not really thinking about driving. The speed limit is 40. The speed limit is 50. We're at 45. We're actually at 43. If you start tailgating like this copper-colored Ford, people are irritated. Me, I'm going to go drop off some pies and see my sister-in-law. I'm not saying I don't want to do it, but that's something I have to do as part of my responsibilities for my family. You guys and ladies are under 30. You're going to be running, doing errands for your mom and dad. I had trouble about the white lines. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's look ahead. T, I got you. T, look ahead at this car ahead of me. If you, whoa, you see how windy it is? That'll make you, I think, about reading more about it. Yes, read more about it, but also look at my videos. By me being a state certified instructor, I'm going to tell you the truth. Look ahead. The more you get a chance to drive and get out here, the better you will become. But like many young adults, you're waiting for mom and dad to get home. And if your mom and dad are nice, they might let you use the car. Most will not. Your parents are like, we only got one car. And if you mess it up, I'm sorry, but I can't let you use it. So you're going to have limited time with the car. The hardest thing I see as an instructor is people drifting to the right. You're looking down at the speedometer. You're looking at the line to the right. Hey, if you say this is me, then put me into the chat. If you are one of those drivers that has a difficult time working on lane control and lane positioning and depth perception, put me into the chat, okay? This Cadillac, we can't afford that. This Ford F-150, but more importantly, that Jeep Limited, we can afford that. Road rage is brought on by people who are in a hurry, who are aggressive. They force their way in. You see these cars to the left, they're tailgating. I'm not tailgating. People are in a hurry. They're leaving late. You see my videos in the morning when people are doing 80 and 90 on I-94 corridor. I'm cruising about 70, 75. I'm not doing 80. I'm not doing 90. I'm not trying to crash. I'm trying to drive in the middle lane. And if you are a new driver, put new into the chat so I know who I'm talking to. Like that, that's an accident. That's road rage. You saw this madness? Okay? We're going 33 miles an hour into 50. Road rage is happening right now. New, I got you. You need to drive in traffic like this. Okay? If you were driving with me, I say, okay, let's drive about 45. Okay? Even though the speed limit is 50. You have to learn, because during holiday seasons, people are waiting till the last second to shop. They have orders to drop off food. New, I feel you. I got you. I'm supporting you right now. This video's for you. Give it a thumbs up. And then when we're done, subscribe, because I'm trying to bring you real value. Let's keep talking about why no one tells you the truth about adult driving and hidden costs, insurance costs. Because you're under 30, you're going to pay higher price for insurance. But you're probably saying, I'm not 17 anymore. I'm not 18. Well, you're in your mid-20s and you just got your license, or you're still in, adult driver's ed. The insurance companies know this. They're going to charge you more money because they can get away with it. And they're taking advantage of you. Okay? Every state is different. They know people have to have insurance. You got to do your research. I will do a special on insurance, I promise. Today we're talking about the hidden costs. Okay? If If you are trying to find the best insurance, put a money sign into the chat. If you're trying to find the best insurance, you got to go online. We all know about Jake from State Farm. We know about Mutual Omaha, right? The Manning brothers, okay? We know about Gecko, the little lizard. But there are other insurance companies out there that you simply tell them, hey, I live in this area. This is the type of car I have. Okay, hey, E, how you doing? We're going in depth now. We're talking about the truth that no one tells you about adult driving, the hidden costs. Cars cost money, right? Travelers is good. We've had State Farm. My mom and dad had State Farm. We dropped State Farm because they're very expensive. Yeah, I don't know what was happening. So, I streamed for like 45 minutes, only 10 minutes recorded. All right. It costs money. And the insurance company, and don't live down in Florida or the Carolinas where they have floods all the time. The rates are crazy expensive. Cap, you in New York, rates are expensive. I'm in the Midwest, rates are expensive. Okay. High risk areas, true, they will steal your car. If you live in a high crime area, high property, it costs in Florida. It depends on where you live, but Florida's a coastal area. You have floods all the time. And then a lot of these insurance companies will write off the cost. You could have a brand new car, and once it's flood damaged, it can't be resold as new. So that's something to consider. You don't want to buy a car that has flood damage, no matter how good it looks. Because what manufacturers will do, they'll buy 10 of these cars, clean them up, ship them up here, okay? And then next thing you know, I'm not going to run this light, too dangerous, way, way too dangerous. Like this beautiful Mustang that you're going to see, this red Mustang. We can't afford that. We want to afford that. You're going to see the red Mustang coming up. They're making a left turn. Mustangs are very high. Camaros, the Hellcats, the Trackhawks, they are stolen quite a bit, like this beautiful Mustang coming back. That boy looks beautiful. But the insurance, and plus it's a manual, okay? I'm not saying you have to have an old person's car, but you got to shop within your budget. Real talk. We all got to go through it. Road rage and anxiety. We're by a shopping mall area. People will cut you off to get to a parking spot. I used to drive students on holidays. I don't anymore because people will kill us to get to a parking spot. Okay. Great Lakes Crossing, the Mall of America in Minnesota. Okay. Any mall, people still go to malls. Okay, if you're over 40, 45, you still go into a mall. Okay, I love the community that we have. Thank you, E, for getting it hyped. I got you. You know you getting it. So high stress. This is high stress right now. You see all these cars. All these cars. Yeah, I love malls too. I almost want to take my daughter, but she's out doing her real estate stuff, hanging out with her friends. She don't want to hang out with her OG right now. That's okay. This is high stress. People will cut over. Honey baked hams. A lot of people don't want to cook. So take the stress off of mom and dad. Let's order. Okay? I got it, E. So this is high stress driving. This guy is just stopping, hitting his brakes for nothing. Why? His windshield is cracked. What is he doing? Okay? This puts me into two. Yes, smoked turkey already. My wife's brother, they don't have all that, okay? My wife is the yams, green bean casserole. I mean, it's good stuff, right? So this is stressful driving, okay? And as we get closer to Christmas, accidents, right? So you see cars, they're cutting over. You got young drivers. This Ford right here, that's a nice little car you can get for probably $1,000 Ford Ranger. Okay, this Jeep, you see all this traffic? I don't want to take this way back. The Honda Civic, this is stop and go. When you tell your family you're going to come over at 5 o'clock and you're not there to 6, they get mad. We're always late for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Late into the chat. You don't need to be late, but you got to iron your clothes. You got to wash your shirt. Your kids aren't acting right. You got up late and cook. You're a late person, put late in. Okay, late in the chat. I'm a late person. Okay, I'm just being real. And as a result, my son is late. Daughter's kind of late. Wife, she's early. So mad. There's so many arguments, right? So late. So I'm showing you, okay, and people tend to forget that you think their time is your time. We get here when we get here. You feel me? I'm trying to be safe. So it's holiday's a high stress, okay? Because you're trying to outdress your cousin. She's going to have her new boyfriend, her new girlfriend. Look, you should be able to be comfortable around the family. I'm just keeping it real with you, right? If you have a big family, put family into the chat. If you have a big family, okay? I'm the firstborn in the family. I have like 10 girl cousins and then uncles and aunties, right? Family, there you go. Next, learning how to do basic maintenance. I think the biggest thing that all of you need to learn is checking your oil, right? You gotta know how to check your oil. Open your hood up, find a little yellow or red stick that has oil, O-I-L. Pull that dipstick out and check it. Next, I would say replace windshield wipers, right? Yes, windshield wiper blades. And then headlights. Now, some car places may fix your headlights. They're going to charge you $10 or $15, right? Yes, you got to check your headlights and taillights. You don't want problems from the police. Okay? You do not want problems. So you got to be able, you got to Google 100%. Okay? You got to Google. Google is relatively new, 10 years old, 12 years old. If you are 25 and up, if you're under 20, you kind of grew up with the internet. If you are 25, 35, you don't know how to do this stuff, you better learn, right? So you got to know maintenance and tires. If your money's tight, like a lot of it is, then you're going to buy used tires. They're nice used tires. You can go up, talk to people. Hey, how much are these tires? Well, how much do you have to spend? Okay, I have $100. I have $125. Show me what you have. Okay. This is a route I take my clients on. This right turn, I've seen so many adults crash. This is a very tight right turn. You got to go in slow, right? Yes, I've had my tire patched 3 times. Okay, someone's car broke down, right? Tight right turn. Okay, so you got to find a good used tire shop. A lot of people don't have money. A lot of people go in debt. Hey, you can open a credit card. You can buy a new set of tires. They're $175 a piece, roadside warranty. You get approved for a credit card, and then you got a credit card, and they give you a $2,000 limit. You're like, I'm gonna get my tires done here. I'm gonna get my brakes done, and it's $1,500. But now you got $150 a month bill coming. And some people do that. Do I recommend that? It depends on your situation. If you have a regular job, and most of you are like, you know what, I'm in between jobs, don't open a credit card. Get used tires, okay? Because you're gonna be in debt. And I think that's the biggest thing. From 18 to like 28, you don't wanna have a lot of credit card debt. You don't want that, right? You don't want that. You're gonna get a good used car, like this Honda Civic to my left. That's a nice car. Tires aren't cheap. Brakes are not super expensive. Right, I'm gonna get over one lane to the left. Yes, you gotta get some good used tires. That's one thing my dad told me. He said, boy, get some good tires on your car. Get some good rubber on your car. I'm like, Dad, what'd you say? Get some good tires. I'm like, okay. Black man from Alabama, talking to me, college educated. I was just trying to listen, be a good son, right? You better listen to your mom and dad. They're trying to give you advice. Okay, they're letting you stay at their house. Sorry, I'm off topic. I'm mad. Let's keep going. So oil changes, tires, and then eventually if you have a 10-year-old car, you're going to have to get batteries, right? A battery can cost $75 to $250. I have some videos of me and my SRT Jeep. You didn't know me, Dan? The battery for my SRT Jeep was $250. I'm like, oh my God. Certain vehicles require certain batteries, like it's a class 70 battery, which is a bigger battery, a class 50, okay? They are expensive. Like a battery for a Cadillac truck, an Escalade, bigger batteries, air conditioning, charger, and then alternators. How could I forget? If your car doesn't charge, like if you have a bad alternator, you buy a battery, but your alternator's bad, you could kill your brand new battery because you need an alternator. Okay? If your car makes a really high sounding, whining noise, your alternator could be going bad. Okay? Foreign cars are like that too. I've driven an Audi. See, look, they acting crazy. You see what I'm saying? You see this fool up here? For what, bro? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm mad right now. BMW, Volkswagens, they're not bad too. But why is this person acting like a fool? This is not necessary. Okay, so you see how road rage can happen. This is the trigger right now. But I'm gonna back off. I'm not mad. I'm not late. So you gotta have self-control. People do stupid stuff. And if you get caught up in emotion, you're gonna end up being arrested or be in jail. It is not this serious, okay? So they act like fools out here. You're right, E. So I'm just trying to back off. Let me stay on track. Next, the psychology shifts from learning to drive to living in your car. Our cars are comfortable. Like for instance, my wife got some nice seat covers. My daughter and I laughed at her. But these seat covers, they're not bad. You're probably saying, man, that's for old people. But old people had their cars looking very clean, very crispy. My daughter and our son, I'm sorry, we're slobs. We get coffee stains, E knows. I got a coffee right now from Tim Hortons, right? I got a stain on her car. My wife is ready to choke me because it's a lease vehicle. My wife is like, oh my God, you know, you got a coffee stain. I'm like, sorry. She kept ripping my head off, but she was right because I disrespected her car, right? And if you have coffee stains, cigarette stains, tobacco, some people are really filthy and nasty. And the car smells like cigarettes or an old person or dog or cats. A lot of older people have cats and have their animals in here. Like this is the electric charger. This is probably $70K. I'm not into this type of vehicle. It's not for me, but it's nice. Right, mothballs. Hey, I haven't heard mothballs in a minute. Girl, yes, my grandmother and mother used to have mothballs in vehicles. All right, yes. I remember that. Okay, so you have to find a car that's within your budget. And your car represents you. If your car is full of trash and, you know, I got to pick up an order from my sister-in-law. So you come in with me, right? You come in with me. E, I'm here. Place your order. Okay? But also, you may feel like, how come I got to pick up food for everyone? If your mom or dad let you use the car, always, right. If your mom or dad, well, honey, you got to go pick up dinner. Why? We're letting you drive the car. So they just add on stuff and add on stuff. See if I remember the order. You're going to love this. All right.
Hi, are you on the mobile app today?
No, I'm not.
Go ahead.
Okay, I need 2 cheeseburgers, please.
Okay.
A large high C, no ice. A small high C with ice.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 small orders of fries.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right.
Thank you.
1203, you're welcome.
All right, so that was from my sister-in-law, right? So I'm here running errands. So you get mad sometimes, like I'm supposed to be on break relaxing, right? But you got to do stuff from your family, right? And sometimes holidays can be very stressful. I talked about this with you guys. And you see me making this journey. Right? Just trying to be nice here. Hey.
Would you like your seat?
No. Thank you. And I'm just trying to be nice. Now I'm going to flip the camera. This white's nice. I'm not into foreigns like that, so I can't speak if it's good or bad. I just know they can be high maintenance. So I'm not saying they're bad or good. But that red BMW, that's nice. It's looking good. E, you already know. I got my coffee right here. I just put it in the side. I'm praying this coffee doesn't spill because my wife will chop my head off. And if you're the type of person, you kind of leave the car sloppy, right? And crumbs around. When your parent or your wife, or like, I'm not saying my wife is a neat freak, but we kind of trash her car a little bit. Okay, I'm going to show you. See, you got an apple pie. Drop off in my sister-in-law's. She likes high C orange. She's in a group home, right? She done play. She's in a group home, so I'm sharing this with you. So I'm going over to see her. Yes, you're right. You don't play. She got a quarter pounder with cheese. My wife told me, get her a cheeseburger, a small high C, and a small fry. That's her happy meal. That makes her happy, right? Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. So, real talk, I feel like what are the places that deliver food? Watch this car, I don't want to get cut off. Okay? You see me looking. Uber Eats, I feel like an Uber now, right? And that's really expensive. You know this, when I was down in Texas, I was ordering food. This typically would cost like $30. You pay a lot of money, okay? And if you don't drive, you're gonna pay money because we all get that food craving sometime. I haven't had orange high C in years, but now I'm gonna have a meal with my sister-in-law who's in a group home, right? I'm sharing this with you, okay? Yeah, I know, but that's a good side hustle too. My son is doing Lyft and Uber too. You got to get your car licensed. That's a good hustle too. When I was in Texas, I had to Uber, but I spent about $100. I was there for 3 days, probably $150 food, $30 a meal, right? I had Dave's hamburgers. I was Ubering from the hotel to the Irving Convention Center. I spent so much money just on Uber and Uber Eats. And a couple times I had the default location. So they charged me, but I was at the wrong location, right? I'm telling you real life here. All right, let's keep going. So real world trips. We're taking real world trips. You've seen people cut me off. Handling unexpected breakdowns. Hopefully the car didn't break down. Accidents. You've seen people that's cut you off for no reason. They're in a hurry. Right. She's awesome. And sometimes it gets a little bit embarrassing going to the DMV as an adult, but that's okay. You go, you get your permit, you get your license, you do what you do, right? And you get there, okay? And you can tell we're kind of going to an open area, and I'm telling you the truth, right? You know, the cost of ownership, you're probably going to get a good used car, but you got to get tires, you got to get brakes, you got to get insurance. The DMV, crazy. It's nothing but old people there waiting all day. Kids are crying. One time there was 2 girls fighting in there, right? I'm just telling you the truth. So people, I learned to be patient. What you do, you need to go online and make an appointment. You go online and make an appointment, and then if they tell you to be there at 3 o'clock, you're there at 3 o'clock. Don't come at 3:10. You're gonna be waiting, okay? If you've been to the DMV before, put DMV in. If you've been to the DMV before, put DMV into the chat. I hate going there, but you have to. Yep, DMV. Okay. I'm hoping I'm not getting lost. I think I'm lost. Yes. Is this the correct road? Yes. Okay. And you can see it's starting to snow. So if you got a car that's kind of ghetto, barely works, when you see this snow, you start crying. You start crying. It's 38 degrees out here. And if your car is, it's getting cold. Midwest, right? It's getting cold. And many of you are not dressing properly. And if your car breaks down, you're trying to look all cute. And then your car breaks down and, oh, okay, thank you. They were nice to me, okay? They were nice to me. Right? I'm going to show you. Look. I got on my little red vest, button-down shirt, no hat for my head. If I break down, I'm going to freeze. My mom said, cover your bald head. Get a hat. So I'm going to get one of those little hats with the tassels, right? Right? But this is what I do. You see, look, I got my high C orange. I got my McDonald's for my sister-in-law, right? I got a apple pie. This is for people in a group home. This is what you do. This is real life. This is real life. It's true. It's true. All right. I have it high C orange in a minute. And you got to take care of the group workers who take care of your loved ones, right? So handling real world trips, we're doing this. And this neighborhood gets really a lot of snow, and if you're not careful, you go into the ditch, right? So I just wanted you to join me, and I don't even remember where the house is. I think it's down halfway. I want you to join me in the journey of us just taking real life situations, right? And I'm just appreciative of all of you joining in, us building a community. I will be, I got your email. I will be putting together where we can go live and we'll do a podcast. I don't remember where the house is. I don't remember. Guys, I'm going to have to get off this live because I got to find the address. I don't remember the house. I will, real talk, I will be talking to you guys later. And then once I get the podcast set up, we'll get people, we'll get online, and then we'll talk. And we'll do oh God, someone's behind me. I got to go, guys. I will be talking to you later. Bye.